Alright, hey, Hayes Mig here. A couple days since the last clip, and today we're going to go wire this headlight to my bike. Okay, so I've gathered all the goodies right here. Just go check them out. Alright, on my stool here, I've got all the tools for success here. I've got some shrink tubing, alright. Always makes it look neater if you shrink tube stuff rather than use electrical tape. I've got the wiring diagram here. I mean, what I got from the website, all right. So if you go where I bought this on Amazon, there's a picture there, and it tells you what wire does what. Okay, so green is ground, all right, makes sense. In AC stuff, green is the ground. Okay, but in DC stuff, it should be black. Okay, and then blue is the high beam, white is the low beam, and brown is the running light. Okay, so. And so what my plan is to do is we're going to use the low and the running light. All right, we're going to twist them together and then solder it to the positive. And then the green, we're just going to solder it to the negative, all right, or the black wire on the other one. And then the blue, I'm just going to not do anything with it, all right? We're not going to have a high beam on this. It might be handy to have a high beam, like especially if I was riding off-road. What I might do is add another switch later, or in the EBMX X9000 controller, there's a 12 volt output. I might be able to use that output to activate the high beam, all right? Or maybe I could just use it to activate the headlight later on. But okay, so that's that. I've got a heat gun to shrink the shrink tubing. I've got a soldering iron to solder the connector on. All right, I've got, speaking of the connector, there it is. All right, I've got another connector. I bought these a while ago. These are these waterproof connectors. They're kind of bulky is what I'm going to say, but they're pretty good. All right, I'm pretty impressed with it. I've got some electrical tape just in case we need any, probably to tape off that one wire we're not using. Okay, I've got a wire stripper. All right, it's one of them fancy ones. Okay, we're only going to have to probably strip maybe four times, right? I've got scissors just in case, some solder, cutters, and the old headlight, all right? Because we need the old headlight so we can figure out where we're gonna use this as a guide, because that's how I have it wired on the bike right now. Okay, so we want to look at this. All right, so this pointy thing here, the thing that the other one latches to, is here. So we want it like that, all right? Yeah. Okay, so the positive will be the red, and the negative will be the black. So not too hard. We didn't even need this. Okay, all right, let's go do it. Easy stuff. Okay, I've dug out the connectors we're looking for. All right, so this is the one that's not connected to anything, and this is the one that's on the headlight right now. As you can see, they're totally different. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is snip this connector off. I'll cut it right here, just in case I want to use this connector for something later. There'll be some meat on it, you know. Let me get I got this big snipper cutters. We'll cut it right there. Okay. So I got some room to solder it if I wanted to use this. I don't really know what we're gonna use that for, but Hayes Omega likes to save connectors for the future. Okay, now we gotta go strip this little black part here, maybe like this much. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna snip at it a little bit. Or what we'll do is just cut in it about an inch. Okay, and we're gonna peel it back a little bit. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, so the one we're gonna use the green, all right, and then we're gonna twist white and brown together. All right, blue is not gonna be used, so what I might do is we'll put a shrink tube around this, and then we'll stuff it back in this little jacket here. Okay, but for now, let's strip these two and twist them together. We'll strip everyone but the blue. Okay. Okay. Let's twist the two wires together, and we'll twist the actual wire together. Okay, we might want more than that, but okay, now we gotta get our shrink tubing ready. Okay, I wanna go strip these guys too. Yeah, this tool is so awkward to use sometimes, but it's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna put this guy here. Okay, we're gonna use a thinner one for this one. I'm gonna twist this up. Okay. And that, you know what, we don't even need this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and solder this now. Twist this up, solder to ground first. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me put my soldering iron. Okay, connect my soldering iron. Okay, kind of got my little thingy set up here. Do the brown and white first. That's the most important. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be good. Get my elbows on this box, man. Okay, done with soldering. Uh-oh, I hope this shrink tubing doesn't shrink. Don't shrink, buddy. I need you to stay not shrunk yet. So I gotta get you in position. Oh, great, I think it shrunk. I wasn't paying attention to it and it was too far out. too close. Alright, anyway. Next we're gonna go get the heat gun out. I'm gonna put a little heat shrink tubing over the blue wire. We'll be using the blue wire maybe later, so something like that. We'll move this wire up over here. I mean the shrink tubing. Okay. Let's move this one up. Oh great, it shrunk already. Come on. Okay, so I screwed up a little bit, but I got it to move a little bit. I want it to move a little bit more though. It'll go over the green stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can kind of feel where the wire is. It's in the center. Okay, we're gonna go gun out and do the thing. Careful not to heat the jacket up because we need that not to shrink. Okay, I think what we're going to do, so I got this little piece of sticking out here. What we're going to do is get a zip tie. It's okay. It's just, what we're going to do is just fold this part back in the jacket here. Okay, let's get this out. Okay, that way it's protected. Alright, and then we're going to fold the jacket over this, and then we're going to put a zip tie, maybe like 2 zip ties around it. Okay, one at the base. Okay, the one towards the end. Okay, snip the zip ties. Okay, and we're done. Then we're gonna plug the wire and test it. All right, hopefully I plugged it in the right direction. Okay, connected. Let's go test it. Okay, fire the bike up. Oh, the light's on already. All right, so there it is. So that's the on position and that's the off position. All right. So yeah, we've got the headlight on there already. Let's take this tape off. Good. All right, I'll throw that away. Okay, I think the bike is on right now. So that's the on. All right, guys. Let's look at it at an angle. Pretty good. All right, so you can see the 2 lower ones, or the 3 lower beams are on, and the running light is on. Okay. Pretty cool. Looks nice. Okay, you can see how bright the light is. Off, on, off, on. Okay. And so I don't know. I might want to check to see where the beam is aimed. There is a way to actually adjust this. There's a little ramp that you could move it up and down, in and out the bottom. So I think it's pointed all the way down right now. So we'll probably want to play with that, but I don't care. I don't really care about the headlight, man. Most of the time we don't use it. All right, let's turn the light on. All right, guys, I got the camera light on, but we'll go turn the camera light off. All right, and I'm gonna flick the headlight on. Boom, all right, see, that's how bright it is. Okay, straight at it. I'm gonna stand in front of it, and you know what? It doesn't blind me. Okay, it doesn't blind me looking down at it. All right, so definitely it's a low beam. All right, so that's good. Okay, off, on again. Seems pretty bright to me. I guess we'll find out when we're out on the road. Okay, there it is from the as the rider. Okay, pretty good, pretty simple, on and off. All right, maybe in the future I may wire in the high beam. I'm not sure. All right, should I have done all of them? I'm not sure, but I didn't want to go blind everybody. But you can see the beam is more strong down here. There's not, it tapers off up there. So I guess if you have the high beam, it'll get that part on the top. So it has a pretty good cutoff. I'm surprised. Pretty good. Okay, so yeah. And then the last thing we need to do, all right, since we got it working and everything, is we need to hide these wires, all right, somewhere around here, all right. So we just got to tuck all this stuff in here. The nice thing about having this big number plate here is that you have a lot of room to hide stuff behind it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to tuck this in here. What I could do is I could put it in here. I could use that little channel to put the wire in there. See, there's a little channel here to put wires in. I could probably add some more, or anything that's around that area. But it looks like everything is hidden pretty well in there. So, yeah, so now there can just be like a rat's nest of wire back there, guys. Alright, so yeah, another thing to check is to see how well all the controls and wires move. So let's go ahead and do that next. Alright, so I've got this brake line that's kind of out here, but I don't think it'll snag on anything. I think it'll be fine. But yeah, let's turn the handlebar one way. Let me take a look at the wires, make sure they're not thing. Let me put it up in there. Okay, it looks okay. There's nothing impeding the bars at all. It's good. Okay, it doesn't look like anything's getting too tight. Let's go look at the back. You can see there's a lot of wires hiding back there. So what we might want to do is, so we can use these little, see, this is the mounting tabs that go to the fork. I was thinking of cutting them off. We could actually use them. We can put these wires behind it, maybe. Okay. Oh, I have it zip tied to that thing over there, but yeah, we could just leave it right there. This one too. Okay, so it's a little neater. Okay, but that's all that. This is the little tunnel here. Yeah, I know this thing is nasty looking, dude. Gotta do something about that. Okay, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe you want to scoot that in a little bit. Okay, yeah. Sweet. There we go. There are these connectors all over the place. Try to tuck it back here. What I could do is try to bundle it up all. We'll take it out again and then we'll just check everything. One thing we want to do is we want to go test how heavy the old setup is compared to the new setup. Alright, just in case. My guess, it probably weighs the same, guys. Okay. So we're pretty much done. The last thing I want to do is let's talk about the numbers. Alright, so yes, one of the reasons I wanted to install this is to get a nice number plate. Alright, and there we got it. Alright, and it has a huge place to put numbers right here. Okay, probably not as much as a dirt bike, but so these are 3-inch numbers, guys. All right, and 3-inch numbers fit nicely. Okay, nice with extra room, I might add. So this is the bottom, or let's just use the one. Okay, so that's the, if you were to put it, let's draw a line like straight here. All right, you'd have like an extra inch. All right, but you don't want to touch this. All right, so. So what I measured is that you want a number that's like 3.5 inches. All right, 3.5 inches is where you want. Okay, 3 inches is fine. All right, but you want the biggest number you can put on there, so people can see your racing number and they can get you your score. Right, that's why racing numbers are very important, guys. They have to be very legible. All right. The more legible, the better, because you want to get scored for your races, right? That's what they use for scoring. They use your number, guys, or a transponder, right? But some places still use numbers, right, guys? So yeah, I would say a number slightly bigger than a 3-inch number. These are 3-inch numbers, guys. I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have any other numbers. But yeah, so this is a 3-inch number. I would say something a little bit bigger than a 3-inch number would be perfect. If I was to use this is fine. What Hazen Mega likes. Oh yeah, okay. Another thing is that the number plate is black, guys. so one way to go around that, all right, is what I've learned is because I have this. All right, you do this exactly, guys. All right, this is my old Sauron number plate. I could pretty much just paste it on there, guys. Just put it on there somehow. All right, maybe I can get this Sauron sticker. Would the Sauron sticker fit on there? That's a good question. You know what? It does fit. It does fit. If I wanted to put the Sauron number on the number plate, I could. Okay, but I think it's time to retire this old guy. Okay. So Hazemeg is planning to get a custom number made. All right. My number is 277S, and so that's the number I'd like to put on here. One nice thing is this is a little bit bigger. This is a little bit bigger than the Sauron number plate. As you can see, there's a little bit more room. Not really. It's literally the same size as the number plate, but you got a nice headlight that complements it, alright? But you also got some room to the left and the right, and that's nice for tech stickers, alright? When people need to put tech stickers on your bike, or like a sound test sticker. Okay, Hazemeg is planning to put my last name, my first initial and last name on it too. And then and yeah, so you got room to the left and the right to put other kind of stickers on there. Alright, and yeah, but it's rough. Did I really gain anything by putting this number plate on it? Not really. I got a little bit, I got about 2 inches to the left and 2 inches to the right, but there's this kind of hole here, so you can't really put anything in there. So, okay, but I think this will do good. All right, 3-inch numbers. All right, so the way to get around that is to what I did here. Basically, that's the same number right there, right? So what I did is I cut. When you buy a number, all right. So I went to Home Depot or Lowe's. You can get these house numbers. All right, these are numbers they use on houses. These are 3-inch house numbers. If you buy these, don't buy the ones that have been pre-cut. All right, don't buy the ones with just the black and then you peel it off and just the black comes out. You want the full number, all right? You want the white background with it. I forget what it's called. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't remember what they called it. All right, but you want the whole number, all right, with the white background. And then all you have to do is cut a border over the black part, all right? And then you've got basically you've got the black inside and you got a white outside. All right, that's exactly what I did with this. All right, guys. And then you just stick them on there. All right. So if I wanted to use this, I could. However, I ran out of number 7s. I could probably, if I find some number 7s, I could probably put it. All right. That's what I want to say. I don't have an S is the problem. So the reason is I don't have an S that's like this, that had the white background. So what I did is I just put a piece of tape here and I wrote S. Yes, it's so good, all right. But I'm gonna see if I can get a custom number plate made that's about 3.5 inches tall. All right. So yeah, let's do a little quick measurement here, guys. All right. So the actual usable space for numbers for this is up to the right below the button there. Okay, is about 3 3/4. All right. But to play it safe, I would go 3.5. All right, so get a number that's 3.5. Man, this thing gets dirty and scratched really easy, man. That's what I noticed. Like, this plastic scratches really easy. It's a gloss black, all right. Yeah, I might want to throw some polish on this. All right, the nice thing is this will polish up nicely. Or yeah, you can get like a sticker that's like the whole plate. All right, but it has this weird thing here for the brake line that we don't really need it for the Sauron, guys. Because the Sauron doesn't have the big old freaking brake line that some of the supermotos have, okay, or the dirt bikes have. Okay, but yeah, there it is. I'm pretty happy with how it is. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna remove the headlight. All right, I'll show you how easy it is to remove it for if you need to service the forks or anything, and then we're going to go weigh how much the headlight is compared to my old setup. Okay, see if I gain, well, in this case, loss. If we lost any weight, all right? Any weight we can lose is good, all right? So, all right. Yeah, so I'm going to start the demonstration. Okay, so the way I have it set up, it requires I use a 11mm wrench and a 4mm Allen wrench, all right? So you can go from, I'm just going to take the whole bracket off. So here, there, that comes off. Okay, and then before I take the bolt out, we're going to unscrew the screws that are on the bottom. Okay, so that requires me. Okay, that requires me to go down here. Okay, there's another one over here. Okay, that's why I said not to take that bolt out because it may just fall out. Okay. Okay, the 2 screws are out, and then you can take the bolt out. Okay, and then let's take the headlight out. Lift it up. Okay, and then you got to disconnect the headlight. Wham! There you go. Okay, that took like a minute to do, guys. Not bad. Pretty happy. I need to clean up some of this stuff back here too. Okay, so let's go weigh this. Okay, guys. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna weigh the number plate. Okay, so remember the The one I just bought, everything is all in one unit. That's what makes it nice. All right, so here's the number plate. Okay, the number plate weighs 1 ounce. All right, guys. These are all the brackets. All right, and clamps, and some of the bolts from the previous headlight setup. All right, the Cafe Racer style headlight. All right, with the brackets and everything, it's 11 ounces. All right, so and then there's the headlight. All right, with the bolts in it. All right, so we're at 1 pound, 6.2 ounces. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go weigh the new headlight. All right, we're gonna lay it down like this because it's kind of awkward doing it the other way. Okay, and we've got 1 pound, 9.2 ounces. All right, so about 3 ounces heavier than the old setup. All right, which is, in my opinion, is negligible. All right, in my opinion, this is better. You can hide stuff behind it. It hides the wires better. It's easy to install and uninstall, as you just saw me thing it. All right, so I think I'll take the extra 3 ounces. Okay, all right. Okay, so now I'll show you how fast it takes to put this guy back on. So what I probably want to do is make sure all these wires are up here before I stick it on here. We want to go forward like this, okay? And I just want to slide it into the holes. Okay, there you go. It's in the holes already. Okay, try to get these wires up over the headlight a bit. Okay, and then screws. Okay, I'll put the screws in. Okay, there's one. It's weird, one of them is like higher than the other. Okay, last thing to do is to get the bolt, line the holes up. It should be lined up already. Okay, put the nut in. Get our 11mm, hold the nut, screw it in with the 4mm Allen head. Okay, snug it a little bit and we're done. Okay, pretty easy. All right, that took about a minute. Cool. Okay, and so with that, I'm done installing the JFG Racing headlight, or on my still on Lightby. All right, so if you happen to have a setup similar to mine, all right, you have to have a front fender the way I installed it. All right, and then I have fast flex bars. All right, if you don't have fast flex bars, I don't know what to say, guys. You gotta be creative, like Katie Zabega is want to say. But it actually worked out pretty damn well. I'm pretty happy with it. The only downside is that, yeah, if I want to adjust the handlebar forward or back, the headlight will probably move a tiny bit. All right, and this flexes a little bit, so you got a little. It gives a little bit, so you got a little room to, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, guys. Alright, it's bolted to the fender. It's not going to go anywhere, guys. Definitely not going to go anywhere. Alright, that should be pretty rock solid, alright? And it's pretty bright. Alright. So we found out that it's 3 ounces heavier than the stock headlight. I mean, not the stock headlight, my previous headlight setup, the Cafe Racer headlight setup. And in my opinion, this looks much more elegant than the other one. It's more aerodynamic. All right. It's got like different, like it's got the running light, a low beam and the high beam. All right. So that's like 5 things that are different. The number plate is roughly the same size as the old Syrah number plate, so we gained a little bit. All right. It's a little bit taller, is what I want to say, and you got room on the sides to put stuff. Okay. And it's easier to uninstall. All right. It's easier to uninstall than the old setup. The old setup, I had clamps. It clamped to the forks. All right, so whenever I wanted to service the forks, it's real pain to disconnect everything and everything. All right, and I put my own connector for the headlight, so I could easily disconnect it and connect it. As you saw, it took like less than a minute to take the headlight on and reinstall it. All right, well maybe like 2 minutes to reinstall. All right, type of thing. All right, and yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll have to see how. I'll probably do a long-term review on it. All right, hopefully this light is pretty good. Honestly, I didn't really buy it for the light. I bought it for the number plate. All right, and I just wanted something more elegant looking, and there it is. All right, I think it looks pretty good. It looks, in my opinion, it looks a little funny. All right, it looks a little like it's too big for the bike, but you know, I made it work. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. All right, it's really not much heavier than the old setup, and it looks like it's just as bright as the old setup. Plus, I'm only running the low beam, so if I wanted to ride on the street, I wouldn't be blinding people when I'm, you know, riding around, right? And then I can add a switch later for the high beam, right? If I want to do that. Okay, so pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with how it went by. I think it was like 52 bucks, so and I think it was totally worth it. All right, I bought stuff from JFG Racing in the past, and it wasn't good. All right, but this one, I have to say, it's pretty good. All right, all the lights worked when I wired them up, so I'm pretty happy. It does kind of seem like it scratches and gets marks and stuff really easily, but that's okay. It's a dirt bike, man. It complements my DRZ fender nicely. So I'm gonna say, could you install this with the like kind of the stockish fender? I do have one. I think you could. All right, all you have to do is make sure the tabs line up. All right, when you drill the holes in the fender. All right, I was thinking of mounting it higher, but I think this works better. This is kind of how how it was before. All right, the number plate is roughly in the same place as it was before. Cool deal. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, Big Out. I hope this is entertaining and educational. That's how you install a JFG headlight on a Sauron Lightbee. All right, especially for the Hayes Mega Sauron Lightbee. All right, thanks for watching. It's Big Out.